jam to every beat. We'll finish this epic journey and we won't admit defeat. Lights flicker overhead and the code compiles. We're halfway to greatness, determined all the while. Pixels flash in brilliance, forging levels at warp speed. In the hush before the storm, our hearts catch every beat. We're punching chords and writing codes on borrowed time. We're building rounds before the deadline starts to climb. Our restless minds race to create the perfect scene. This crunch time dream is all we need to feel alive and free. We're counting all the frames, we're tweaking every line. No turning back now, success is on the vine. The final push is pulsing through this pop-punk vibe. We'll conquer any glitch, yeah, we're unstoppable tonight. We're punching chords and writing codes on borrowed time. We're building rounds before the deadline starts to climb. Our restless minds race to craft worlds we've never seen. This crunch time dream is everything. It's what we really need. Pixel after pixel, we watch our vision take flight. We crash through every barrier, shining bright in the night.
Late nights in the office, shadows on my mind. Lines of code like burdens, expectations.
Hey, Luigi. I believe that is a Trenchfoot on YouTube.
Balancing the chaos, striving for my best.
Pressure mounting, higher deadlines closing in. Silent battles raging, where do I begin? Facing all the doubts, fighting through the strain. Holding on to composure, masking all the pain. We stand strong in the storm, never
So, I can get into Arcadia.
and the chaos we ignite. Holding steady in the whirlwind, hearts
This is, I put this picture in earlier
roaring through the pressure, breaking
that I'm pretty sure the sign was not part of this asset before, and it was just the scaffolding. So, I have random street signs around my arc now.
no room for mistakes and turn away, pressing doubts I can't erase, but I rise up
So that's going to be interesting.
my own pace. In the silence
I'm going to leave them for now, but we're going to have to do something about that.
and the fears, let the healing
Yeah, I'll have to look and see if I can find like a clip of what it was before. But I'm pretty sure I didn't have highway signs sticking out like this before. I'm just kind of looking to see. Yeah, I don't think these were there like that. I think that's the only thing I see different so far, though.
breaking every chain.
Not bad. This is... I don't know why all of the logic was hidden when it was set on all logic. So I got a little nervous there for a second, but it's back.
Tearing down the walls, embracing every
would be alright if we could change the text. Yeah, I mean, you could do, if you were making like a city and you could change the text, yeah, that'd be neat. For here, I really just liked the unfinished scaffolding kind of look of it for the town. Alright, I have a couple things that I want to dive into. And, alright, my dialogue here is already a stamp, so let's just make sure this is saved. And we're gonna work outside of Arcadia, or Aether Ridge here, because we want to, actually, first things first, I want to make sure, I want to see if the camera changes broke any of my cinematics. Or just in general, if anything's broken right off the bat. This is interesting. It's not loading in. Sure, that's on single player. Try again. The missing thumbnail was interesting, but it probably just took a second to load it in. Camera still seems to work fine. Yeah, I'm gonna snag some of the stuff I want to work on and just go into a test arc to play with some stuff. That all still works up there. Why is game audio is so loud? Leave that up. We'll just bring the music volume down. Alright, yeah, just wanted to make sure the game music was off. Yeah, I mean, that side definitely wasn't there before. Pretty sure I would remember that. He is live. But so far, everything looks like it's still working. So, I don't see anything broken, just that one asset's changed. So let's get into a test arc. Alright. Stamps. My stamps. Dialogue. Do on that. This is where I think things are gonna get fun. I remember Lucas talking about they put a gap in here between the inputs and outputs. I can see that now. What I think I want to try to do here, though, is let me, just so I can keep one, so I can reference back if I break stuff. I'm gonna get rid of all of these. And we're bringing in, right off the bat, the macro node. Which one of these? It doesn't matter for these guys, okay. This also needs to go to... Camera's way too fast. This also needs to go into this string. Interestingly, I can't icon on enter variable input. Oh, sorry, smacked my microphone. What I want here is, if I come here now, I collapse the logic, I have a single string input. Alright, that's what I expected. This is speaker. Specify the dialogue speaker. I don't actually think I need this check in here, to be honest with you. So we're actually going to take it out just to make this a little bit cleaner.
I'm staring at the screen again, caffeine buzzing in my veins, lines of code are flickering, I'm losing track of my brain. Forgot a semicolon, now the program goes insane. But I'm loaded on adrenaline, so bring on all the pain.
Line 1. Line 1 of dialogue. Line 2. Line 2 of dialogue. Line 3. Line 3 of dialogue. Line 4. Line 4 of dialogue. And then instead of this event, this is going to be let's see, what icons do we have? I need maybe an update. We'll get rid of that guy. And then this guy here, we're going to get our macro node output. That's that coming from this. This is going to be add dialogue. Adds dialogue to Q. On dialogue added. Triggers when dialogue successfully added to Q. We'll get rid of that event. Wait, is this... Okay, that's output. I need another output over here. For... on dialogue finished. Triggers when dialogue queue is empty. That needs to be based off whatever's triggering this, which is this guy here. This is going to be unfinished. I'm going to get rid of this event.
My scribbled notes are scattered. I'm haunted by mistakes. Prototype after
And this is going to be on... Is there an it's unfailed, so unsuccess. There's no unsuccess. Just unfinished, unfailed. On enter, on exit. I'll do unreceived. Alright. Now I got a node. Check that out. I wish I had control over this order. And maybe I do. Maybe I do, and I just don't know how to do it yet. Variable input, variable input. There is no, like... Yeah, I definitely need a way. Line 3, line 2, speaker, line 4, line 1. Yeah, it's just add dialogue, on dialogue finish, on dialogue added. I do see I can't drag the gizmo anymore. I can't say I connected them specifically in order. I didn't connect them in that order. You only beat this game once before. There's no beating of this game. Oh, they changed it. They changed it.
These broken prototypes shaped a world I can finally feel.
Line 3, line 2. Yeah, so I'm going to try disconnecting things.
Endless nights, eyes heavy, minds a shattered state. Chasing every deadline, feeling
If I connect this one.
stains on paper, shadows on the wall. Every sacrifice a question, wondering if I'll fall. Pressure mountain higher, can't escape the grind. Lost in this obsession, peace I cannot find. Every step I take, another piece breaks free. Burnout's closing in, consuming me. I'm drowning in the darkness, can't find my way out.
Yeah,
Every breath is heavy,
I don't know why.
with doubt. Longing for a moment,
I don't know how it's picking that order.
burnouts the lens I need to leave.
Definitely not a huge deal. Let me go ahead and delete this guy.
Sweat drips,
What I also need is...
minds a battlefield, fighting
See, this is thumbnail and thumbnail.
right, feels like a battle won. But the war inside me rages.
Chat bottom, chat top. So let's get 2 more inputs here.
Shadows wondering why. Can't break these chains of endless toil and pain. Yearning for the sunlight to feel whole again.
This is going to be content ID and content ID. Bottom corner thumbnail. Just variable input. Top corner thumbnail.
Shadows tearing down the walls.
I'll do the same thing, just variable input.
We fight the burnout's grip, finding our release. Seeking out the solace, chasing inner peace. I'm rising from the darkness, finding my way out. Every breath feels lighter, shedding doubt. Embracing
Alright. That's what I'm hoping for now. Is the ability to do something like this. I would do speaker. Line 1. Line 2. Line 3. Line 4. This is line 1. Line 2. Line 3. Line 4. Just gonna have all of these activate each other in order. This one will add dialogue. And we're just going to let's grab a floor real quick. with a volume.
Cling to the screen, I can't turn away. A million eyes watch me break or shine. Every second's do or die, every breath on the line.
That we will just do trigger that.
I'm caught in the crossfire, chasing validation.
Let's try it out.
Feedback fuels this twisted fascination. Will I let them down, or can I rise above the doubt?
Okay, it's this floor all the way over here.
I can't live without. Mic check 1 2. The chat blows up.
Okay, so none of the text showed up, but it is triggering the dialog box.
Am I just a puppet for the cheers and the hype? Holding on to every follower like it's saving my life.
So why is none of the text showing up?
Bass reverberates, rattling nerves in my chest. My fear screams through the cables. No place left to rest. I'm caught in the crossfire, chasing valid
Is everything all the way down there? Did I bring this down?
twisted fascination. Will I let them down, or can I rise above the doubt? I'm trapped in the spotlight. I can't live without.
So these should be setting the string.
Bass reverberates, rattling nerves in my chest. My fear screams through the cables. No place left to rest.
Yeah, they shouldn't be getting activated until over here. So why are those strings not going through?
Staring at the lens, a million thoughts converge. Ego battles, empathy, anxiety on the verge. Still, I won't abandon this electric thread of hope. Even when the fear creeps in, I refuse to let go.
But I do like this. I like that I can basically build my own node.
Caught in the crossfire, chasing validation. Real time
We can do a lot of stuff with this.
twisted fascination.
I just noticed it shows a performance score on the stamp now.
I can't live without.
I would certainly hope I don't have to auto send the value, because I would need to be able to do this multiple times with different values. But like, I feel like something's missing here. And that.
A spark of light, but I'm losing track of reasons. Trapped in endless night.
These values aren't getting set.
I can't untie.
So let's do something like this.
Stumble through the syntax, the glow in me has died. Where once I found redemption, now I'm lost inside. This project used to guide me, now it's stealing all my air. I'm screaming into shadows, uncertain anyone's there. I'm sinking in these tangled threads of code and quiet fear.
See if anything logs out.
For a breakthrough voice that finally feels sincere. Once bright lines
Yeah, change my spawn location to be over here.
I'm crying for a moment of clarity to pull
It's not logging anything, so it's not getting those values.
Buried under half-formed ideas, they echo through the screen. Time's a thief of confidence.
Which is problematic.
I see the project mocking me, a labyrinth of pain. My dreams are choking in the gloom, and I'm the one to blame. I sense your silent anguish, the lines you wrote in vain. Every bracket closing in, fueling an inner strain. A
Okay, so that log works.
I'm crying for a moment of clarity to pull me out.
Is this Jet Set Radio Future? I'm not sure what you're asking. What do you mean?
But even in the blackest hour, it's never too late. I cling to fragments of a dream.
Hey, new tree.
Release, let the music draw you forward. Let the doubt decrease.
So why does it log there, but it doesn't get into here? Let's try something. Let's
I'm crawling out.
let's connect these up this way. Set all of these to whenever the value changes.
Countdown's ticking, midnight oil burns.
Then pass these on this way.
Dead of night, every bug's a shadow creeping in my mind, chasing down perfection, leaving doubt behind. Heartbeat sinking with the flashing lights, pressure mounting higher, reaching for new heights. Can I push through the chaos, make it to the end, or crumble under stress? Let this moment bend. Release, stay panic, racing against time. Fear of letting go, but I'm crossing the line. Heavy guitars crashing, echoing my fight in this frantic moment. I ignite the night.
Still doesn't work.
Drips on the keyboard, eyes fixed on the screen. Every push a battle.
I don't quite understand.
Stack like mountains, shadows in my way, but I'm fueled by adrenaline pushing through the fray. In the silence of the launch, doubts start to fade, finding strength within me, no longer afraid. Through the sleepless nights and endless streams, I rise above the panic, living out my dreams. Release, stay panic, racing against time.
See what we got here.
I'm crossing the line, heavy guitars crashing.
So these guys,
Frantic moments, I ignite the night.
okay, nothing's activating these. So when I ripped out the advanced variables for the macros, I lost that connection.
Embracing every
So let's do this.
fear, we conquer all the chaos, rise above the strain. Release, stay panic, but we break the
Let's
chain.
connect all these up here.
Racing against time, fear of letting go, but I'm crossing the line. Heavy guitars crashing, echoing my fight in this frantic.
The Jet Set Radio Future game.
Release stays here, the fear
I'd have to, I guess I'd have to
I found my stride.
look it up. It's not it is not triggering anything for me. An old Sega game. Nice. Let's get rid of those. So I'm setting this to update whenever it's changed. I don't need to activate it anymore.
Lines of code reflect the state inside my head. Each function calls for balance where my thoughts have fled. Reorganizing systems.
Is this Bomb Rush Cyberpunk? Is that just going to be the trend? We're just going to list old games? Look at that. That works.
Breaking down the barriers, cleaning up the mess. Factoring every part, striving for success. Patterns emerging from the chaos, finding my own way. Turning over a new leaf with each passing day. Refactor my mind, redefine who I am. Rebuild my habits, let the old ways disband.
Let's Put all this back together now.
Optimizing pathways, streamlining my flow, clearing out the clutter.
These guys in here.
Facing every challenge with a mindset that's strong. Integrating changes where I truly belong. In the quiet moments,
Yeah, look at that. We have a dialogue node now, right? I still wish I could figure out it changed order again on me. So there something is determining the order here. I just don't know what. Wonder if it's like distance from something. You need to sub? You should sub. No? I don't know how to control the order there. But something, like just moving stuff around, changed the order.
every moment, answering the calls. We refactor our lives, embrace the change. Moving forward together, rearrange. Refactor my mind, redefine.
Let's do this. If I put this like over here, is it like distance from the thing? No. But it's like almost in order. I just want these two to switch and I'll be happy. Like, I mean, I would maybe like... No, I mean, I think I like it in that order, just if I can get these two to switch.
My mind's a war zone, every line is on the brink. I sift through broken logic, terrified to blink. Each error's like a dagger, stabbing through the screen. The meltdown's creeping closer, am I trapped in this routine? I pace the room, internal voices in debate. Questioning my every move, I can't afford mistakes. The code's a labyrinth, I'm stumbling through the haze. Searching for a reason, praying for some saving grace. The tension in my chest keeps tightening like a vice. I cannot run the panic, can't ignore the sacrifice. I'm pinned against the deadline, it's whispering my name. A shadow looming over me, amplifying all the shame. I need release from this chaos in my mind. A shout erupts from deep within, no mercy left to find.
Okay, so I'm gonna take and
Frustration never quits
save the stamp version.
on the edge. Surrender or resist.
So this here
Line by line, I chase a phantom bug I can't contain.
can just be dropped in an arc
Logs are fueling all my pain. Twitching my fingers, no solution in sight. I'm running on adrenaline.
and just work.
After reboot, errors flooding red. I can't silence the cynic living rent free in my head. Desperation in the keys. I'm beating on the desk, determined to emerge
I
victorious.
thought they said logic collapse, allow others to ungroup. I thought they said,
Another breakdown. I wonder
are you building a game? So
where the crown
technically right now, no. I'm just playing around. So they put out a new update today and I'm really playing around with the new stuff.
in this code I'm in.
But all of it is for building a game, yeah.
From this chaos in my mind. A shout erupts from deep within. No
I thought they said that you could prevent people from uncollapsing the logic. I only see the option to allow them to ungroup or not on the stamp.
even though it's fierce, I'll tear through every obstacle, cut through every fear. Cause once the fix appears, I'll feel the chains unwind. I'll emerge from the darkness, clarity redefined. I need release from this chaos in my mind. A scream that breaks the tension, no regrets left behind. I'll fight through every line till the path is in my sight. And when I conquer this beast, at last I'll breathe tonight.
Added the option to allow/don't allow uncollapsing of macro logic node within a group when published. That's the second line in the patch notes.
No more illusions, no more spiraling inside. The fix is found and I'm finally alive.
I don't see that option. Is this published? Not yet. By pressing publish, you agree to publicly display your username. By pressing publish, but it's a continue button that says escape.
But there's a spark inside me that won't let go. A vision in the darkness starting to show.
I don't know if anyone else noticed that.
Eyes fixed on the prize, believing in the moment when the breakthrough lies. Finally,
Okay, so now it's published.
lines of breakthrough build, crossing all the
I don't know. I don't see that option. It's a warning with no choice.
This is my moment, shining like a beam.
So what we're gonna do here
Sweat and tears on
is
the journey's been long. Facing proving I belong. Each successful run a testament to my fight, turning sleepless nights into radiant light.
that's a good question. I also wonder what it would look like.
Found my strength. Through every hurdle faced, I went the length. Now the code is flawless, the vision clear. A milestone achieved, overcome.
So what I would like to do now I don't think I actually want to do this. Let's ungroup that. I'm just not. Wait, what did I just do? Let's undo. Let's ungroup this and get rid of that. That's what I want. It'd help, but not until tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know why everyone's stuff is all broken. Really sucks.
Marking our time.
I saw that. There's a couple things in the patch notes that isn't new. But it is stuff that... Is my microphone like really loud? It looks like it's peaking a little higher than usual. But yeah, there are a handful of things in the patch notes that have been live but weren't in the last patch notes. Alright, so we just macro noted our dialogue here. We're going to do the same thing to our quest log, or custom objective UI that we've been building. So, I did a little bit of extra work on this over the weekend to our custom objective UI here, where it will rearrange things when you remove items. Love that I'm macroing the single player narrative. I mean, I've been wanting to get this macro node forever, so I can take all these little chunks of logic that I've been making and just make macros out of them. So all of this here, right? It adds them in there. Like make the second one go away, the third one comes up to where it was. They add in the order that you send them. And they all have a success and fail option to go away. So we're going to macro that up too. So this all triggers off of this guy. So this here is going to become our macro input. Add objective. Objective. Add objective to UI. It's going to be a variable input. So this is going to be, I guess it's not a problem, just every input macro is going to have a variable after it now that's set to whenever value changes, so I can trigger things like that off of it. So that goes away. And this needs to go to, I believe it's currently going to this guy, and this guy. So we're going to connect that up. Get rid of that completely. Pop those guys back down in there. This guy over here. Then I think, yeah, so I have to set the quest name. I need another these guys. This is going to be set quest name. Sets the quest name. And this is going to go there. And there. This triggers this. Why? Okay, no, that's okay. We're gonna do, I not target that guy from in there. We'll just do this. On target data set update. Then we're gonna get rid of that. So what this should do now set quest name objective. Let's Let's now let that be all the way over there.
Coded myself into a cage, locked with my own fear. But maybe if someone somewhere will hear, I'm lost in a swirling storm, coding through the pain. My heart beats amplified, but I can't escape the rain.
For now, this should be fine.
There's hope out there, let it break these walls tonight.
I think.
I'm reaching through the solitude, craving a glimpse of light.
But
All the echoes
I will want to add a macro event
in my mind,
for
a fragile PC
when an objective is completed.
only I can find.
Hold on 1 second.
The silence, a spark within the code, a fragile flame of promise. My heart's not alone. I'm lost in the swirling storm, coding through the pain. My heart beats amplified, but I'll outrun the rain. There is hope
At
when it cracks the shell so tight.
trying to get behind my monitors.
Drawn to the guiding light.
Now allow back there, buddy.
Battered laptops shoved in backpacks, lunch breaks on the run. Sneaking into the computer lab, our code battles just for fun. Keyboards clacking in a rhythm, jokes scrawled on the
Okay.
walls. We're chasing tiny
Um,
echoing high school halls. Hey, we're
so then I should be able to do
remember silly pranks and glitches shining like our art. Though the screens are cracked and time's moving fast, we'll hold these memories tight, these coding dreams will last. Random bits of brilliance in the middle,
I don't know if this is gonna work or if I'm gonna have to put like a
single screen
string variable in between these.
from epic fails to genius hacks, the laughter never ends.
I don't have events for
Secret band of
finishing the quests, but let's see.
code like diary.
Let's see if this works.
Our own way. Rewinding lines and errors, we'll fix them all someday. And in each silly
Look at that, that still works.
that keeps us strong,
These events still exist in the logic.
dreamed of all along. Hey, we're gonna code our dreams unbreakable at heart. Remember silly pranks and glitches shining like our art. Though the screens are cracked and time's moving fast, we'll hold these memories tight, these
What is
dreams will last. Now we're older, but these moments still ignite our souls. The
Okay.
laptops, the laughter,
So that's okay.
stories we told. Every snippet of code still glimmers in our mind. A testament to how
These are my
we left
events,
that spark behind. Now we're older, but these moments still ignite our souls. The battered laptops,
which I think is fine to leave those in there for now.
bit of code still glimmers in our mind. A testament to how we never left that spark behind.
Because I can always just do
We're gonna code
something like this.
unbreakable at heart. Remember silly pranks and glitches shining like our art. Though the screens are cracked and time's moving fast, we'll hold these memories tight, these coding dreams will last.
This will be
Always fade, but our future's burning bright.
Quest 1 success.
Horizon
Sorry.
every night.
Objective 1 success. This one will be objective 2 success. This one will be objective 3 success. I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not, but fail. 2 fail. 3 fail.
Late night lights in Arcadia's glow, developing dreams in a digital show. Fun times rolling with every
Play. Remove. Play. Remove. Okay. Now I got events for all of those, or you can use the actual event names if you don't want to tie into here directly. Here's the problem. This is why this isn't quite ready to be used yet. Because I set it up to reorder the objectives, find jobs around town is objective 3. Now it's objective 2. So how do I control which objective is finishing from a game perspective, where the game's just keeping track of the objective itself, not the position of it in the UI? So that's something I gotta figure out. I'm not sure what the answer to that is off the top of my head. But it's two things that we've made macros out of. Alright. I got my custom objective UI, my dialogue. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to create my stamp here. I'm not going to publish this one yet because I think that there's still work that needs to be done on this guy. One of the other things I want to check before I start trying to implement this stuff is custom camera. Camera preview. Look at that. That's very nice. Very nice. Transform, skip petition, skip rotation, skip position, and rotation. Follow static was there before. Transition in, transition out. This is interesting, because they got rid of the transition option, but I'm guessing that's replaced with this transform override. So if I just like grab these, and do something like turn on camera. We're just going to affect all players, so I don't have to hook up the player ID stuff. They did change it to a player ID, not a player ID list. Which I would be curious if you're still in here, Luigi. I remember on your Lakeside Village, you were trying to do an intro that would play through for each person that joins independently. And now that you can do a player ID, if you have a chain of cameras and you activate it for a player ID, and then you activate it for another player ID, do they have their own like session in those cameras, or does it jump you to where the other person is? It'd be interesting to see. I just heard an error somewhere on my computer, and I don't know where. So hopefully nothing crashed. So on camera deactivated. Turn this guy on. You can pass the player ID to it, so that's good. We're going to set this to transition out 5, transition in 5. I don't know if those need to be synced up. I don't really know what it does to anything. And this one on custom camera deactivated, turn this one on. But what I want to do here is I want to skip position and rotation for the override. What I'm kind of hoping this does is if you go to this camera, it'll transition to this camera, but then it'll fade into that camera. Oh, I did not set... I set the wrong values. This needs to be... Wait. There's no more active duration. Which I think I remember them doing, or saying, that they want you to use timers for more control. So, on custom camera, activate, start a timer, and timer finish, turn off. We're gonna just set this to like 2 seconds, no loop. So I remember the patch notes saying something about that. You can't wait to put it on a path. I'm also wondering if that's just the expectation. I have no idea what just happened. Too busy playing through me now. So what happened is this transition needs to be 2. The timer here needs to be longer than the transition. We're going to make the transition, or the timer 3, all the transitions 2. Then in a second, so I'm wondering if that's just what they want. So it can still transition from one camera to the next. But see, it still transitioned there. Then it snaps back to the player. So if I do this one, skip position and rotation. Jumps into here. Transitions here. Still transitions over. So did we lose the ability to fade? Fade in and out?
I'm crying out through all this pain, searching for a light, hoping to rewrite the past.
Because that's going to really suck if we can't fade the camera in and out anymore.
Endless loops of sorrow. I'm finally breaking free. A newfound resolve inside me. This time I choose me. I've laid my guilt
Okay, we're going to do something like this. Not sure what the expected replacement is. So, I mean, yeah. We're going to turn that off. Let me get a path move node. Path here. Act on here. On activate. Start this. On finish, stop that. Now let's go in here. And if I put this like here, maybe slowly moving a black block in the way. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to play around with some things and see. I have no idea what just happened there. I'm gonna leave this at 0. Start. Unfinished. It's definitely not moving on a path.
Pushing past the limits, soaring through the night, embracing every moment, shining ever bright. Infinite potential, our spirits intertwine, endless possibilities, forever.
So I don't know. I don't have a timer because the timers should be the path, right? Oh, it's 1 second. Did you mean the timer and the path? What ends it? When you finish the path. Is what should finish it. And the path move node finishes the path. Is what should end the camera. Which is what's happening, right? I set it to 10 seconds. It's waiting 10 seconds now, but it's not moving on the path. Set that to static. path act on. I don't really see any other way that I would hook this up. Let's see if the static instead of follow makes a difference. And then yeah, we'll try the transform overrides too. But yeah, it's not moving. Let's skip position and rotation. Look at that.
The journey never ends. Endless dreams await.
It's definitely moving on the path now.
Walking down this crowded street, feel the rhythm of my feet. In a world so large and vast, found a place that fits at last. Creative
So let's see now. One of the things that I want to do. What's transition out time do? Let's, if I change that to a 2. It just transitions back to the player. We need fading out. What do we get fading out? I don't think. So we still can't set an opacity on these. Otherwise, you just put, you know, a square that covers the whole screen and just fade that out. That's a problem. It's going to be a big problem. So many of my cameras in Aether Ridge transition with fades.
Chasing pixel glory, forget that laundry pile.
For player timer, timer node. Custom camera, add camera, set camera. It says remove the active duration in favor of more advanced timer nodes, which I assume just means to use a regular timer node. It does say remove the ability to choose transition type. Nothing else about that. Use an on-off node.
I've got dungeons to conquer. Mop the floor, why bother? I'm a digital rocker.
You cannot use an on-off node.
While I chase my source code highs, this self-deprecating madness keeps me feeling so alive. Hey, I'm chasing pixel glory. Forget that laundry pile. Time spent coding is never time to file. So call me lazy, say I'm stuck in a fantasy phase. I'm building worlds with these lines.
So overall, I like the changes to the camera, but I don't like that I can't fade it in and out now. Yeah, this is turn on and turn off. Here, turn on, turn off. Man. So let's take a look at something. So how did they? Okay, so they just replaced the camera node completely and left made the deprecated custom camera for everything that's existing. I was gonna say I did have the fades. It was still fading correctly when I played this earlier. But yeah, they just completely replaced the camera node.
Circles trapped by code that's twisting up my soul, spending my life behind the screen instead of reaching a goal. Apologies to every friend I kept on red, but now I'm stepping forward, done repeating what I've said.
It can be a burden, yet it's also a sign. It's calling you to wake up, to redraw the line. Let the tears lead to healing.
Old camera.
Still a chance to mend the days you left behind. I'm crying out through all this pain.
I'm just gonna grab that and publish a stamp called old camera so you can get the old camera if you need it for anything. Alright, so let's try something here. So we need these guys, I believe.
I'm crying out through all this
Move all those guys from here. And then if I come in here and update this to version 5, that gives me my macroed version. Which one's this one? Text 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my add dialogue event, which should be add dialogue. This is my on dialogue added and on dialogue finished. And my dialogue looks like it's still working. Which I actually have the actual dialogue to put into these spots now. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool that all of that logic for the dialogue is now one node, right? And then I can still tie it into using an event-based system on my own. And it just works. But anyone can pull in this dialogue node and just have a functional dialogue system in their game now, without having to understand what events to use, what values to send in, etc., etc. You just have connections on the node to hook up to. One of the things that's maybe missing, so on each one of those inputs and outputs, oh no, it's down here, you guys can't see that, but my descriptions are down here. So yeah, when you hover over them, it shows the descriptions that I put in there too. Heading out for realsies. Alright, Luigi. You have a good evening. Hopefully you can get back into Arcadia tomorrow. But this is just doing this stuff here. It's going to clean up so much logic around here. Very excited about this. So what I want to do now Just give me 1 second here.
Rising from the ashes, answering the calls. We break the legacy, redefine our path. Moving past the shadows, escaping aftermath. Legacy code, legacy self. No longer bound by remnants of the past self. Fighting through the darkness, finding my own way.
Let's get in here.
Stepping into the day. Breaking free, finding peace.
This part I'm gonna probably put a macro together too for. I didn't realize this was string concatenation. I don't think I want to do that.
Endless lines of code, but something's always wrong. Missing brackets, stray semicolons.
I think I just want strings.
Feels like a shadow creeping on my pride. Debugging in the darkness, nowhere left to hide. Every mist
String.
out inside, questioning my skills, fighting with my pride. But deep down there's a fire that
Update.
let me give in. I've got to push through the
Unupdated. Activate this one.
struggles tearing me,
Update.
but I hold on to the spark within my heart. Through the frustration and the end,
So this is text one.
holding on, chasing the light.
Let's see what we can get here.
Late nights in coffee cups, battling the strain, feeling every mistake like a drop of rain. But each fix brings me closer to the perfect run, turning every failure into something I've won.
Alright, did they?
In the silence of the code, I find my strength.
They definitely increased the amount of text you can put into a string now.
Any length to conquer these syntax struggles, break through the night. With every line I write, I embrace the fight. Syntax struggles tearing me apart, but I hold on to the spark within my heart. Through the frustration and the endless fight, I keep coding on, chasing the light. Breaking through the barriers, tearing down the doubt.
Do that.
Courage flow, smash these walls off.
We'll hold off here a second.
Pushing through the struggles, turning darkness into light. Syntax struggles tearing me apart, but I hold on to the spark within my heart. Through the frustration and the endless fight, I keep coding on, chasing the light. I face the syntax struggles now.
Is AR text even higher now?
Every line perfected. A new day.
What do you mean by even higher? So we text 2, text 3.
I'm haunted by the feed. Viewer counts define me. I chase that rush I need. Comments pop like fireworks, then vanish in a blink. Metrics grip my mind, pull me deeper than I think.
These numbers weigh a ton, can't recall what's underneath. A mirror of statistics, when did I lose belief? Caught in digital illusions, longing for a real sign, but I'm buried under data. Ignore
They are text. What is this stuff? I think it's back to 300.
Stare into a cracked reflection, pixels for my eyes. Each light feels like oxygen, feeding me these lies. I pace through the night with hopes flicker in my chest, but deeper truths forgotten in the haze of trending plays.
You're not just clicks and follows, there's more behind the glass.
Yeah, I don't know. I've kind of stopped using AR text for everything, like altogether, as much as possible. The amount of characters. It was like 300, then to 45, and now back to 300. Very nice. Which hopefully no one from Barb here is listening to hear me rag on it, but the character count doesn't matter if it doesn't show up.
Let it all pour out. Close your eyes. You are more than stats. Hear your heartbeat. Let it guide you back.
Hasn't messed up once for you since today's update. That's good. I mean, I hope they fix it. Yeah, I mean, I hope they fix it. Because there are probably a few use cases I would still like to use it for. But I think for most stuff I'm going to stick with the custom UI. I think it looks nicer. You can style it however you want.
Chasing every bug that haunts the code, living in between. Personal demons whisper
I don't like how that text came up so soon. Custom camera activated. I don't want the text to come up until this transitions in on 2 seconds, so I want this to wait 2 seconds to show this dialogue. And I am going to have to adjust the durations here, I think. That's a lot of text to read in that short amount of time. We'll work on that. Probably not today. We're going to do the same thing here. Let's get rid of that. I want to go to this concatenate. I just want a string here. Let's see. Just clean this up a little bit here.
Stepping into the unknown, lines of code before my eyes. Syntax like a puzzle, dreams tangled in disguise. Every keystroke's a question.
Bring this over here.
Endless possibilities.
Up here. This is gonna be
Heartbeats sinking with the rhythm of the scream. Thoughts racing through the chaos of a digital dream. Can I navigate the sea, find my way to shore, or drown in the uncertainty, forever wanting more? Hello world inside my head, I'm reaching out to you. With every line I write, I'm finding something true. Nervous energy ignites, but hope begins to rise. On this
this needs to be triggered off of.
Plugging through the darkness, searching for the light. Errors in my pathway, pushing through the night. Every challenge that I face fuels the fire within, turning fear into ambition.
This guy.
Loading big
To there.
in the silence of creation, doubts begin to
How are the macro nodes? I think they're working pretty good. I don't know if it actually is preventing you from uncollapsing the logic like it said in the notes, because I don't see that option anywhere. I'm missing a space in there.
I'm ready to surprise.
I'm missing a whole word in that one.
Breaking through the barriers, tearing down the
I have no idea why that came up so quickly.
courage flow. We smash these walls of fiction, our confidence ignites, breaking free with all we have. This is our fight tonight.
hello world inside my head. I'm reaching out to you. With every line I write, I'm finding something true.
This should be 2, not 1. This one should also be 2, not 1. That should fix that. Down here. There is a space here. Maybe it just looks funny in the UI.
Warrior in this digital fight, night after night, chasing that high. Hands moving
And that right there does not look like there's a space there, but there is in the string.
in dopamine rush, paper dreams, pixelated lush. Twitch, flame, burning bright, game death till the dead of night. Funnels rolling
Okay, so that's coming up.
in the game we all want.
Still too early, but this camera's fading out way too slow too. So let's fix that.
Shaping
So that's kind of been bothering me for a while.
on from fever dreams, control-less keeps the heart alive. Every line
This needs to be transition out. Transition out is fade 2.
battle the bugs, crash and burn. Coffee chug, shearing crowds through the screen. Virtual
But this one's transition in needs to be 2. and 8. That should fix that.
Twitch flame burning bright, game dev till the dead of night. Follows rolling like thunder. In the game we all wander.
I think some of these have the HUD turned off and some of them don't, so I need to go through and get all that cleaned up. And I'm missing a line of text.
Every line makes the screen thrive. Eyes flicker in the low light. Reflections of a digital right. Bit by bit battle the bugs. Crash and burn. Coffee chugs. Cheering crowds through the screen. Virtual applause lacks no sheen. Every follow fuels the plight.
I don't know why I'm missing a piece of text there. Oh. Yeah, I know why. That should fix it.
Twitch flame burning bright, game dev till the dead of night. Follows rolling like thunder.
And let's take a look at disable HUD. Disable HUD. We're gonna disable player movement in all of them.
Tension fills the air. Communication breaks down, misunderstandings grow. Every deadline's looming and the pressure starts to show. Can we find a common ground before we all fall apart?
Yeah, see, these ones are already set up that way.
Misaligned vision, shadows in the light, struggling to stay united in the
But those ones at the end were not. Alright, let's take a look at this.
holding on to hope while we're breaking down, wrestling with the tension, trying to survive. Don't wanna let our team's dreams dive. Arguments in the hallway, voices raised in pain, blaming one another for the strain. Late nights and coffee cups, fatigue in every glance, but somewhere deep inside we still have a chance. We're more than our conflicts, more than our fights. Together we can rise above these sleepless nights, finding strength.
Alright, I like that. That's really good.
We're building what we have side by side. I'm feeling the pressure.
I don't know what this guy's doing. He's got his gun out. His arm's broken. This guy too, they all got their guns out. You have to go through and make sure all of them don't have guns, because they're supposed to just be regular people, I thought.
I don't wanna be the one who falls apart. Let's fix the communication, heal the broken hearts. We can overcome the friction, find our way back home.
I do actually have
We're never alone.
some changes to this cinematic as well. so it doesn't just yell at you.
on to hope for all our sakes. We've wrestled with the tension, now we rise above. Stand strong together, fueled by our love. We face the storm, now we see the sun.
I think I have this cut down to just the first couple lines of dialogue here, just to shorten things up. But I've got the actual dialogue for here now too, that we'll put in next time. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. The macro node, I'm loving it already.
Phone buzzes nonstop. I'm tethered to the stream. Real life slips in slow motion.
All right, this is it right here. This is my dialogue macro now. One node.
Audience I barely even know.
Anxious heart dividing, torn between two calls. A click away from strangers, but my loved ones watch me fall. Echoes of real voices fade beneath the stairs.
Probably do the same thing for this,
Afraid of what I've become.
which is our like the little text that comes up on the left side of the screen over here when you add something to your inventory. Is all this. We'll macro node that.
My life is fracturing, I'm reeling from the cause. I hunger for connection, but I'm drowning in a screen. How do I hold the offline truth and stay what they foreseen?
So yeah, I think log text. Yeah, we just have the two events coming in, so we can macro node that up pretty easily. We'll look at doing that. I did create my custom objective UI. Right? This is another macro. So I think what we will do here is I actually wonder if I can do something like yeah, we're gonna revisit this guy. However, to add quest, get quest by ID. One of these should be start quest ID.
Don't let the frantic static claim all that you've got. My heart's in both realities, but something has to give.
Start quest ID. So if we do
Between two worlds, haunted by their demands. Reaching out for balance with trembling, tired hands. If I can find a moment of truth beyond
yeah, we're gonna rework some of this to work with the objective UI node.
present and
But I think what we can probably do is instead of using this objective UI node,
Yeah, I clock out at 5, but I'm only getting started. Dead eyes from the grind, my passion's uncharted. My code's on fire, though my soul feels drained. I'm a walking contradiction, see the midnight flames. Keep pushing.
I just do that. Is that going to be enough?
Ignore the call, but my midnight hustle rise. I'm tearing down these walls. Fatigue in my veins, self-doubt in my mind. Yet I grip the dream tighter cause it's all on the line. I'm breaking through midnight, meltdown turning into light.
If I come over here and get a, I'm just curious if this is going to do anything. Start quest 1. Set the quest name. This will probably be where we pick up on Thursday. I just want to see how easily this custom objective UI I made ties in here.
Sunrise creeping, but my spirit's still strong. No time for regrets, I've been chasing this too long. When the noise in my head tries to bury me again, I'll remember this anthem and rise above the din. I'm breaking through midnight, meltdown turning into light. All this burnout can't
Alright, so I will have to figure out how to appropriately clear out the objectives, but I mean, it's working pretty good. Not bad for just throwing it in there real quick. I will have to do something to hide the objectives. Maybe, I don't know, something to hide things during the cutscenes. But yeah, so we got our entire dialogue system macroed up, which is great. The custom objective UI, this thing up here, is also macroed up. This one's not published because there's still some work that needs to be done on the stamp on its own. But we're going to kind of figure out what that work is as we start using it here. We'll figure out a way to handle the correct objectives. And yeah, that's where we're going to wrap things up for today. So far, so good. Macro node seems to work great. I would like to be able to test if somebody pulls in these stamps. It's like this one here, my dialogue stamp is published. So I would like to see if you can uncollapse that logic or not. Because I don't, like, obviously I'm going to be able to because it's my stamp. But I don't know if everyone can. That's something that they said there was a toggle for and there's not. So I don't know if that's just, I don't know. I don't see a way to do it. But that would be interesting to find out. And the fact that we can't fade cameras right now is a big problem. So that's what we've discovered so far today. Maybe there's a way we can fade cameras and I just couldn't figure it out. So I'm sure as people try things out and experiment, somebody might come up with a solution there. We can move cameras on paths. We tested that, so that's really neat. but not being able to fade between two cameras is a problem. I don't want to have my camera fly across the map if I'm trying to show something in a different place. So we'll see about that. But otherwise, everything I've tested so far, yeah, they did not think that. They either didn't think it through, or they gave us a different way to do the fade. And I just can't figure it out. So I guess we'll see. Everything. I think it's good stuff. Good steps so far. I do really like this macro node. I mean, all of this one node replaced all of this, right? Just one node. I'm really happy about that. And then this here, like if I did publish this, but if somebody else pulls this in, I mean, it's just so much easier for someone to figure out what to do than to pull in a stamp like this and try to figure out what to do. Each spot in the node tells you what to connect to it. That's all you gotta do. So I do really like that. We didn't dive into a whole lot of other stuff. So you tested. You can uncollapse it. Yeah, so they didn't add the toggle. That makes sense, because the patch notes did say they added the option to do that, and there is no option here. But oh, you know, I never even tried the Control F here. This is nice. It's gonna take a minute to get used to this. It'll definitely take a minute to get used to that, but that's neat. And we did not look at they added the, what did they call it? There is no icon. Patch notes said that there was a simple UI icon. Added simple UI icon node, and it's not here. Simple UI icon, not here. Just to make sure. Yeah, no simple UI icon node, so that's missing. Alright. We gotta get out of here. We'll dive more into this on Thursday. We'll keep going with our Aether Ridge here. And keep exploring the updates in the patch as well. For everyone that came out and watched, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully you guys can all get in tomorrow. Everyone that's having issues today. And I will see you all on Thursday. Thanks for coming out. And see you guys next time. Bye.
Compile errors fade like old regrets of yesterday. I might be moody, but I'll code my teen angst away.